especially with a great shooting night. Here are our game officials. Romel Gruta leads the refereeing crew here today. I'm Paulo Del Rosario alongside Coach Ryan Gregorio calling this one for you. A pleasure coming from you at the Phil Sports Arena. Terrafirma against Rain or Shine, and Rain or Shine immediately go to the interior. No good there, but then another chance here for Rain or Shine, and finally they get going. Francis Escandor, who, has that shot, able to get his first attempt in. Coach, let's focus here on the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. 5-3, they are in the bubble, and if they stay perfect, they could actually still win a twice-to-beat advantage at the end of the conference.
That is their target right now.
But then for the first 3 quarters against the Converged Fiber Xers, they showed us that 1, they do have the talent level, and 2, that they are...
Kevin Ferrer, I see him also on street clothes, will not be able to play in today's game.
Absolutely, Coach. As here's Gian Mamuya. Easy steal, easy 2 for Mamu.
They're currently up by 2 points. So still manageable at this point in the ball game, but counter steal there.
Oh, Mark Nonoy. One of the quickest guys in the league. Rado Hernandez playing it inside to Luis Angalang. And the play developed here. Oh, what a find there. And great connection. I'll start out with urgency as we take a look at this basket here coming from Hernandez. We'll have more about this game and, of course, more from Rain or Shine as well when we return on Going.
Of Terrafirma, after winning their first game, they're the coldest team right now, dropping their last 8 games. But Coach Sheng knows that it's very difficult to go up against a team.
Painters are not quite happy with that sequence.
Oh yes, he was not able to finish his layup. He was able to escape his defenders, but you have to finish it, especially if it is unmolested. But Stan Pringle, he knows a thing or two about finishing plays, and another basket for him to up his total performance to 8 points.
Stanley Pringle off to a hot start here. Remember, he hit his conference high in the last game, and right now on track to do a bit better than that. Oh, and the follow-up there coming from Santillan. And Leonard Santillan, is one of the more Swiss Army knife-like players here for Coach Yang Giao. He can defend, he is able to rebound, but of course, most importantly on the offense, been able to finish in the interior.
Yes.
Sangalang with a great finish inside.
But speaking of Santillan, he's the best player right now in the... But they allow their opponent to score.
117.
That's a problem.
Well, that is something that they have to address. But Luis Sangalang here, get it. The bounce falling to Caraco, playing forward to Adrian Nocum. Keep Datu running with him. Datu, easy finish, unselfish play for Adrian Nocum. Basket, but then that will be a foul on the floor, says the referee. So take a look at this finish. Adrian Nocum finding Keith Datu, scoring right in front of Sangalang. After Melesio, Ildefonso right in front of him. Melesio can't get free. Does that beat the buzzer? Yes, it does. 3-pointer. So they're going to double check that though, and that could give Terrafirma the lead.
Good timing on that substitution. Saldivar came back. He started, he rested, went back and...
It's an unsuccessful challenge, so it's going to be a charge against Andre Caracot. And score that win there for Algin Melesio.
Terrafirma not lacking in effort right now. We're seeing them playing so well, at least in the first 14 minutes of the game. They're still up by 3 points, 23-20. And Melesio, let's see if he can complete it. Yes, what a brilliant back-to-back plays.
Let's take a look at that again, Coach. Here is Algin Melesio. Went straight at it and just going into his space there.
Head coach Eli Tenorio and another assistant coach, or 2 assistant coaches. That is one Richard Del Rosario and Joshua Del Rosario.
Of course, congratulations to the Del Rosarios also, yes. And of course, it became a family affair, to be honest. And there is Adrian Nocum draining a big triple in the corner. And take a look at this. Algin Melesio. Beautiful spin, little bump on the attack. And that time, Saldivar unable to claim that. Here's Ildefonso running, gunning, going strong inside. And that will be a 2. We'll have Nonoy and Pringle checking in the next opportunity here for the Terrafirma Dyip. And Adrian Nocum makes it a 10-0 run.
And it's going to be cost. especially in the playoffs. You want to make sure that you will have at least a decent execution on offense. And a 4-point basket by Mark Nonoy, his first in the ball game. And don't look now, we're all tied up again at 34 points apiece.
34 all here. Mark Nonoy was a sniper from beyond the arc. Swing the ball around here. A bit more urgency for the Shine Elasto Painters as Terrafirma shows zone. Jonard Clarito right at the face of Stanley Pringle. And Chongson with a big offensive rebound. Jonard Clarito back to Chongson. Sanggalang right there. And what a feed inside from a cutting Asisio.
Yes, usually he will just bully his way inside, but instead, Asisio cutting strong. And
now lead 41 to 34. Sanggalang slips, and Porter and the rest of Rain and Shine running the other way. And this will be easy points for Malonzo. Jonard Clarito, as we take a look at that sequence, Coach.
And this is a classic Matador defense. Take a look at that one with just a little over 5 seconds left. It was just wide open. Nonoy was actually in front, but he allowed Clarito to go.
The drop to twice to win disadvantage. As Mark Nonoy misses on the three-pointer. 3 seconds left to go here. Clarito sails in for two. Hung up in the air forever. And the Terrafirma coaching staff was wondering, where was the transition defense? Kept it secure, but unable to get any sort of finish. 10-point lead and almost a turnover, but then they find Caraco cutting in. It's a 12-point lead yet again.
A shot from deep, nothing that time.
Mark Nonoy, he loves running, and now he feeds Sanggalang for the strong finish.
Very, very strong finisher. They were losing by an average of over 30 points per game.
Kitatu, the feed to the corner. Escandor gets a big triple. No hesitation. Tadipar playing up top. Sanggalang shoots over Datu, and that's a pure shot.
Back-to-back hits for Sanggalang.
Here's Santillan. Saw the triple back.
Wide open that time, nobody in front of him. That's part of the range of Leonard Santillan, his first three-pointer here in this ball game.
Mark Nonoy, stayed up in the air forever.
Beautiful finish that time by Mark Nonoy. So we're seeing a lot of mileage offensively for Terrafirma.
Santillan driving off the fake, a second fake, and the basket and one. We talk about the discipline, Coach. Defensively, the discipline not quite there in that play. Now to Ramos. To Ramos, unable to get the three ball to go. They play forward to Escandor. Escandor being chased. Doesn't matter.
Finally, a basket off a layup. 8 points now for Francis Escandor.
14-point lead here for Rain or Shine. Tui Sanggalang works on Keith Dato again. He has found success in this matchup. And again, another basket at the expense of Keith Dato.
The free throw line or from the elbows. But before that, Escandor with a layup.
62 to 50 as we take a look at Tui Sanggalang battling against Keith Dato.
The last two games against Magnolia and Northport, it's just going to get better here in our elimination round for teams who are contending for that twice-to-beat advantage.
Touchdown pass for Francis Escandor.
The guy in charge of their offense.
Hernandez says, could it be me? The shot is short, maybe not.
There's no Pringle, there's no Louis Sanggalang, there is no Mark Nonoy. Probably 4 stops and initiate their fast break attack. That is their best way to score against the Elasto Painters.
Mamu. Also off the dribble, but keeps at it and scores. June 10, 7 p.m. on One Sports Plus, and Pilipinas Live. We zoom in back to the action here as another turnover as Mamu goes strong inside, hands up in the air forever.
Volleyball, which is really good for the entire Philippine population. Before, you just focus your attention and just dream of becoming a PBA player as part of your professional...
Already, this is the turnover and then the fast break here with heads-up play there from Stanley Pringle.
Terrafirma, Louis Sanggalang is inside, Nonoy is inside, Pringle also, the top 3 scorers for their team, all playing at the same time. And 6-0 run now.
Aldrich Ramos saying, don't forget about me.
Yes, I was about to call his name.
And there you have it. The answer still not there for Rain or Shine. still, it has been all Terrafirma here in quarter number 4. What about Hernandez? Keying in a 3. All of a sudden, we got a ball game. Sharpshooter, Aldrich Ramos in the corner. Need to get going here offensively, Coach.
I like the fighting spirit of Terrafirma first. After being down by as many as 18 points, they fought back. Now, another foiled attempt by the Elasto Painters for rain or shine.
Stanley Pringle finding Aldrich Ramos. Ramos operating the pick and roll, finds Sanggalang instead. Tees up a 3-ball and gets that to go. But rain or shine are still yet to score here in the 4th quarter. Almost 4 minutes have gone by. Gabe Norwood with the jumper. Finally, pamatay sunog. Important basket. 8-point lead here for rain or shine.
Timely basket by Gabe Norwood. And another thing that I'm certain Coach Hengyao is unhappy about is, you know, this team is averaging over 110 points per ball game. But now they've only manufactured 75 points. Not because Terrafirma is playing defense, but they're just missing, yes, probably, but not good enough to limit them to just 75. They're just missing a lot of point-blank shots.
Stanley Pringle now with 14 points, and Adrian Nocum answering back with 2 of his own. So it was a great run, 12-0 for Terrafirma Dyip to get themselves back in this ball game. Now everything's to play for, with rain or shine now scoring as well, Coach.
Let's see Terrafirma if they still have enough gas in their tank to launch a huge uprising.
Stanley Pringle. Oh, going to work here in the 4th. Back-to-back baskets for Stan the Man.
He's still a professional scorer. Whenever he has that rock, you have to make sure that you respect whatever shot that he takes.
Short shot clock. Stanley Pringle has got to go one-on-one. Here he is. A little bump. The attack. Oh, Stanley Pringle! You bad man!
Only down by 4 points. Awesome fight back by Terrafirma with 6:30 remaining here in the 4th.
Donasiscio slowing things down here. It has been a Stanley Pringle show in the past few possessions. Donasiscio, stop, pop, jumper, good. Face-to-face, one-on-one, and there, the tap, Adrian Nocum finding Kalen Chongson for the flush.
And that is not going to help. That turnover, which resulted to an easy layup. 2-1 advantage. Elasto Painters chalk up another 2 points this time from Kalen Chongson.
There it is, the turnover, and they go the other way. There's Aldrich Ramos working against Kalen Chongson. Paraiso steps into the 3, and he gets it.
Good timeout. Productive play for Terrafirma. Just down by 5 points.
And we were curious to see where the scoring would come from, and apparently that's where it was going to come from. Here's Gabe Norwood, swing that around. Donasiscio. Terrafirma sat in the zone now, by the way. Gabe Norwood offering a pick here. Gabe taking strong, and Sanggalang. That's another block from Luis Sanggalang. So they've been playing well on both ends of the floor here. Terrafirma Dyip, they're in rhythm, in the groove. Paraiso working against Gabe Norwood, one-on-one here all the way almost. Now trying to find anyone. Katapusan gets it. 5-0 run after that timeout.
Such an unreal quarter for Terrafirma, outscoring the Elasto Painters 23-8.
You know, Coach Hengyao has a reputation that after losses, he normally keeps rain or shine. Oh, what another great block for Luis Sanggalang.
Turned the ball over once again, and they will not be able to inch it closer.
Let's take a look at that last stop there. So there was a horror second quarter for Terrafirma Dyip, but then here they are battling in the 4th. Mamu unable to get it. What a rebound there to save that possession and get the 2.
And that is why you like Jonard Garita, because he will not demand the ball. He will play off the ball, but he will make things happen. 5-point lead right now for the Elasto Painters.
Paraiso. He can't move, Tomal Sanggalang. They gotta go here to Paraiso. Paraiso in the middle of traffic, trying to foul there was Sanggalang.
7-2 Magnolia, 7-2 Road Warriors.
And of course, their newest acquisition, by the way, Asante Caraco drains a 3-pointer.
You cannot really choose which team that you want to go up against, but the more important aspect, of course, is get to that top 4 for you to have a twice-a-beat advantage. Because if it were to end today, even NLEX will go up against Converge. That's not going to be an easy battle for NLEX. It's not going to be automatic for them to enter. San Miguel against TNT and Barangay against... but it's just going to get better after that miracle shot by Jonel Clarito.
Unable to get the free throw to go, though. But then let's take a look at the distribution here for the Rain Shine Elasto Painters. There are 5 players.
Masters, but after that, 8 straight losses for Terrafirma. Count another one for 9 straight losses for Terra.
94-85 is going to be our final score here at the Phil Sports Arena.